Hi, I want to talk about polyamory. The word apparently didn't exist until the 90s. It's quite interesting. The Latin, poly, many, amor, love, amor, amas, amat, amatus, sum, amatus est, love, many loves. Now, society seems to perceive it as just people fucking around, but that anything to do with sex is judged as that. Really, people think that if you're queer, that's you define you by who you have sex with. It's kind of ridiculous. But really, society has to define you by your sexual utility to men, right? Sorry, I get bitter about that. I've never really understood the concept of monogamy either. Again, a social construct designed to control women. So we just reject it. And we don't really have much use for marriage because, as far as we're concerned, marriage is simply, quite literally, passing ownership of a woman from one man to another. That's why people say the father gave away the bride. I don't know if people still do this. They did when I was younger. The woman had to say love, honor, and obey in the marriage vows. The guy certainly didn't. That's scary. Um, um, so that's our perspective, I guess, in a nutshell. And we didn't even really, remember when we were younger, we heard the term open marriage was one. Um, Free love, I think, was used back in the 60s. Seems to make sense. Um, and we've been sexually active with, well, hundreds of people. So we're not the only one having sex with lots of people, but only women are judged for it. So we just like, no, we just rejected that from out of the gate. It's not like they ever say no. People only ask you. When we were married, what's the word, monogamous. Because to cheat would be a violation of trust, right? And boundaries. I think, sorry, I don't know what that was, sorry, message. I was going to say, come on, oh, right, our C's, right? We talk about our C's. The letter C. We made a list of things that are important to relationships, and coincidentally, they all begin with C. Consent, communication, care, concern, compassion, consensus, cooperation. There's 9. We just never remember them all. We believe in connection with people. Human connection is a magical thing, and we just happen to like including sex in it. I never really understood the importance society places on sexual exclusivity. But again, it really goes back to male ownership of women. Because our experience online, because we had a lot of sex online in the last year, is we decide to be intimate with a guy online, and suddenly he decides that we're now exclusive to him. Didn't really ask our opinion. Even when previously, before this, I made very clear, you're not the only one. And I don't expect you to be exclusive to me. But suddenly they seem to think I will be. I don't know, I think it's a fear they're going to lose me or something. It's very strange. I just don't understand it. If someone can explain it to me, please do, because I don't get it. And as far as we're concerned, sex is something that's fun, is exciting, it's fulfilling, it's comfort. And that's about all we think about it. We don't apply or, have this big, attach all the societal things to it. And, we're a slut. And that just means a woman who has her own autonomy with her sexual expression. I decide who I have sex with, and I'll have sex with as many people as I want. Thank you very much. Society isn't going to impose rules on me that I did not consent to. And I get judged for it, of course I do. But too bad. I got judged for many things. This is just one more thing to add to the pile. I wear this shirt with pride. I'm proud. Come on, I'm 55 years old. I have snaggly teeth and disgusting toes. Come on. And I was accepted as a model in an exclusive modeling site. That's an accomplishment, as far as I'm concerned. You know how I got my consultancy with the Sex Lab, which, by the way, just paid me $500? Well, they should, any day now. I complained about one of their studies not being inclusive, and they said, well, why don't we hire you as a consultant so it can help us be inclusive? That's in my empowerment, got me a job with Queen's University. That's impressive. Yeah, 2 years ago, we were trapped in trauma. Our sexual trauma began at the age of 3, didn't end really until about 50, to be honest. Well, the worst of it ended about when I was 17, but it changes who you are. But when we became sexually empowered, we're like, no, we're not playing society's rules anymore. Um, that's really our perspective. Um, we think it's fairly simple. And we're fascinated. There's other people who have the same values, the same point of view. That sex is just something that's fun, and you can make it a part of any relationship, not friendship, right? And then you can have other friends and have sex with them. I just throw off the yoke of societal expectations, really.